Okay, so this is my first turkey ever.
All right, so today's Tuesday, and I didn't video a whole lot this weekend just because we were trying to get a lot of stuff done. Um, we had a lot to do. We had a lot to catch up on here in the house. You know, we got to do laundry, we got to cook, all those annoying chores that just don't go away. But anyway, we had a good weekend, and Danny ended up killing a rabbit on Sunday night, which we're going to have for dinner tonight. We're going to cook chicken and rabbit and rice. We've had it before. We enjoyed it, so we're going to do that again. And then yesterday, Monday morning, first thing, Danny went out with Steve and was able to kill his first turkey. And I took a few video clips of that. We cooked the turkey last night for dinner. We made them into little turkey nuggets and had them with some honey mustard sauce. I think I cooked broccoli, cream corn from our garden that we had put up, and then some sweet potatoes that we had bought in bulk and put them up and frozen them. So yeah, that was our dinner. So I'm going to show you some clips of the turkey right now.
So this is my first turkey, and it's my first turkey ever, and I'm super proud of it, and I killed it right here on the property. So it tastes delicious.
And what do you have on it right there?
Honey mustard, homemade honey mustard.
How's the honey mustard?
Delicious.
Delicious. Dad makes the best ever.
Mm-hmm.
He really does.
He really does.
How do you like it, Anderson?
Amazing.
Well, it has definitely been a dreary, rainy Sunday. And most of the day we spent inside playing Monopoly with the boys. After about the first, I don't know, I'd say hour and a half to 2 hours, we had to take a break. The boys were getting a little stir crazy. And so we took a break, we ate lunch. The boys fished a little bit when it was clearing up just for a little bit. And then once it started drizzling again, they came back inside. So we made some coffee and we ended up playing Monopoly again. We still haven't finished, but we're pretty sure Danny has won just based on the amount of houses that he has and the fact that it's going to cost us $1,200 if we land on one of his properties. So anyway, this afternoon, Danny and Anderson jumped on the trampoline after it quit raining, and they happened to see a couple of bunnies in the edge of our property. And of course, as soon as they saw that, they wanted to get their guns. And Danny actually ended up getting one. So now we've got to make rabbit stew or rabbit and grits or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this is like my third or fourth rabbit, and I was really aiming like right here, but I hit him like right there, if you can see it. And well, he's a nice rabbit, so yeah.
He is a nice big rabbit.
He is really nice. And
now, where did you shoot him from?
Down there at the driveway.
Okay, but where were you at?
Oh, I was sitting on the porch. We have a back porch, and on our back porch we have brick steps, and then I was sitting on the second of the brick steps, and then I saw him. He just hopped along out, and then he was sitting at a sit pose, just like, well, this. A sit pose, like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I shot it. No, I took one shot, and then I missed. The second shot, he well, you know.
Well, the second shot, you nailed him.
He went, it's like he peed a little bit.
That's definitely a big rabbit, so.
Yeah. It's also a boy.
Yes, it is. We boiled chicken quarters and the rabbit, and then we picked it off the bone once it was cool. Now we're going to throw it into a pot together and add some rice. And we're also going to add some saffron to it. So this is the saffron that we use. It is hard right now to find the yellow rice. So we're just going to use normal white rice and then put this in there with it. So it will be chicken and rabbit and yellow rice. And along with the chicken and rabbit and rice, we are having some mustard greens that we grew in the garden this year and put up in the freezer, and now we're just thawing them out. Okie doke. So hopefully you enjoyed that as much as I did. Steve and I were really, really proud of Danny, and he was, I mean, absolutely beside himself when he was able to get that turkey. It's something that he has really been looking forward to for a long, long time now. And he was super proud that he was able to provide dinner for the entire family. And not only did he provide dinner for the family last night, he's going to provide dinner for the family tonight as well. Because remember, he shot the bunny rabbit Sunday and then the turkey on Monday. So, yes, he was a very proud little booger, and we were really proud of him. With all the virus and everything that's going around, the opportunity presented itself where Steve was able to take him. It was a Monday morning, but they got up first thing at 6 o'clock and went out there. And so it really is a positive side to this virus and everything that's going on. You know, there's so much that we hear about the lack of supplies and all the bad stuff that's happening with it. But one thing that this has done is allowed a lot of families to spend a lot more time together, whether they like it or not. And don't get me wrong, there are days where it is tough. It is tough because you're constantly with each other and you start bickering and arguing about little things. But overall, I think this has been a really good experience for us, at least, because we enjoy that time together, and we do so much together anyway. All right, so we are actually fixing to head over and pick up the hog panels and our T-posts and our fence for the cows and the goats and everything. So Steve is actually over there. He just got in the truck. He's waiting on me. So I will see y'all in a little bit. Can you see them? They're actually loading up our T-post right now. And we've got 150 that we've got to put in the ground and install. All right, so they're back there loading up our stuff. We're also getting 5 rolls of fence. And then I think we got 6 hog panels for our hog pen as well. But as you can see, social distancing. And that's why I'm in the truck. When Steve gets done, we've got hand sanitizer here in the truck. Handy dandy Bath and Body Works. And he will use that to sanitize so that we don't bring this nasty virus home. There's the fencing going in. There's 3 rolls being put into the trailer back there. And we got 2 more coming. And there's the last 2. Woohoo! Now we get to go home and put all this stuff in. Okay, we have made it back home from getting our fencing materials and our hog panels. So you can see it all on the trailer there. All those supplies, all those fence posts, all that work that we now have to do. But we can do it, and it will be so worth it once we get everything up and get everything settled. Hi y'all. Hi guys. Did you miss me? I don't know if you can see it in the video, but the duckies over there are getting a lot of feathers. It won't be too long before they can actually go in the pond. I'm afraid the geese have a little bit longer to go. I don't see any feathers starting on them just quite yet. There's our eggs in the chicken tractor. This is our brood hen, or at least she's going to be. She sits every day, and every day when I come in here to get eggs, she growls at me. But she really is a sweet girl. She doesn't peck me, but we're definitely going to put her in with a rooster and see if we can't hatch out some biddies. So, not even going to try and sugarcoat it. Today was a very rough day. There were several factors in play today, and it was a very emotionally draining day. Events happened that were out of our control, and it's really easy to get mad and to let that anger build in your heart. It's much easier to allow that to happen than to take a breath and say a prayer and ask God to help you. And I will admit that while everything was going on today, my first thought was, I am so mad, I am so angry, I just want to spit nails. But after I took a step back, took a deep breath, I realized that this situation, there's nothing we can do about it. Absolutely nothing we can do about it. And we didn't cause this situation. So in cases like that, honestly, the only thing we can do is to turn it over to God. And once we fully turn it over to God and let Him have it, that's the only time that we're going to be completely free from that burden. And so that's just what we're going to have to do in this case. And it's hard to let go. It's really hard. But I'm working on it, and I think Steve's working on it. I can't speak for him, and I won't speak for him. But I know, at least with me and myself, that's what I'm working on right now, is just turning it completely over to God. I went back through and was editing all the video footage, and I realized that yesterday I left the video on a downward note, and I don't like to do that. I like to be a glass half full type person, and I like to look on the bright side. So with that said, I wanted to add in that, you know, we're all going to have struggles in our lives. We're all going to have bad days. We're going to have bad weeks. We're even going to have bad months, and sometimes we're going to have bad years. But it's not forever, and we don't have to face it alone. So with that said, and along with what I mentioned yesterday about turning things over to God, I wanted to read a verse that to me was really, really powerful when it comes to dealing with things like this, things that are out of your control, when you just need someone to be by your side and root you on and be your support. It comes from John 16:33, and it says, I have said these things to you, that in me you may have peace. In the world you will have tribulation, but take heart, I have overcome the world. And to me, to have somebody in your corner that has already been there, who's already experienced the worst things imaginable, to have him in your corner and be rooting for you and to be there for you is the most powerful thing ever. So just remember, we're going to have bad moments in our lives. Not everything's going to be perfect, but that's okay. You just have to have patience and have faith that it will get better. Bye, y'all.